We know Miyamoto is a well-respected game designer, but is he a good public speaker?
Let's go!
So, Miyamoto, he's a fun guy. We know him from his Smile Anywhere, from his games Anywhere.
I think he likes fun guy as well. Get it?
Oh.
Mushrooms!
Oh, I'm so done. What?
It's nice that we can actually walk off of this new set.
Yeah, I know. I couldn't do that before. I had to, like, climb out. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
he's a Japanese speaker.
He's a Japanese speaker, and he tries. He tries. Yeah. He tries, and his quotes come over into English, and we have some here, some good ones, and some ones that we're going to talk about, and of course, quite a few funny ones.
Okay, I'll start.
Go ahead.
I think that inside every adult is the heart of a child. We just gradually convince ourselves that we have to act more like adults. So, this is more in the profound category. This is good. And he's taken this understanding or this theory about humans, and I know that he tries to appeal to it through his games.
Absolutely.
So that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Getting an insight into why he makes the games the way that he does.
He does. And I think it's a truism. I think we all want to act like kids. There's a kid inside all of us. And
yeah, I wonder how we would all grow up if there weren't so many responsibilities in this life.
I don't know. Oh well. Alright, so this is another quote from Mr. Miyamoto. What if everything you see is more than what you see? The person next to you is a warrior, and the space that appears empty is a secret door to another world. What if something appears that shouldn't? You either dismiss it, or you accept that there is much more to the world than you think. Perhaps this is really a doorway, and if you choose to go inside, you'll find many unexpected things.
He's talking about Narnia.
Yeah. This one falls in between profound, because I think this is another way that he looks at game design.
Yeah.
But also something that I don't know if we can fully understand outside of being in his mind.
Yeah.
I think that's the way it is with a lot of things Miyamoto says. Like, you can see like the seriousness on his face as to why he picks something, and then you go, okay, yeah, and then you think about it more, and you're like, I don't know exactly what he means by that, but he does a really good job. Yeah. So I like this. It's just looking at something and saying this can be something else. There's more to somebody than what meets the eye.
That is very true. I'm a warrior.
You are a warrior.
Hope you know that. What is that? Let's go. Just a burglar, no big deal.
Ain't no thing.
Yeah, we beat him up. He was a warrior. The person next to us.
Yeah, but we were warriors too. We just threw him in the open space that just happened to be somewhere else.
To the other world where he'll find some interesting things. Next quote. There are some ghost stories in This one gets me soon. There are some ghost stories in Japan where when you are sitting in the bathroom in the traditional style of the Japanese toilet, a hand is actually starting to grab you from beneath. It's a very scary story.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
It's a very scary story.
Yeah. With that last part, to me, I'm trying to imagine his face when he's saying this. If he's like, like serious about it, like it's a very scary story, or like wide-eyed, like it's a very scary story, or if he's it's
chuckling, yeah.
I mean, that explains some of the Legend of Zelda characters, with the hand coming out.
I wonder how often Miyamoto's just like...
I know.
Checking himself.
This is... I don't know. It's something interesting. Something that only Miyamoto would say.
Right.
And we love him for that. All right, this is one of my favorite quotes. He says, "So you know cats are interesting.
Mm-hmm.
They're kind of like girls. If they come and talk to you, it's great. But if you try to talk to them, it doesn't always go so well." Now this is something that I may have looked into, but is Miyamoto married?
Man.
I don't think he is. I mean, maybe he is. I don't know if he if he's made this quote. I don't know if there's women. Oh, so you think I'm like a cat, huh?
Yeah.
Oh,
That's true.
I just think it's humorous.
Quote, "I'd like to be known as the person who saw things from a different point of view to others." And I think it's safe to say he has achieved his goal.
All you have to do is play one level of Super Mario Bros. And you know
Yeah.
that he's got a different mind.
He's got a special mind.
Isn't that a movie? Oh, A Beautiful Mind.
Mm.
When we're doing an action game, we make the second level first.
Mm-hmm.
We begin making level 1 once everything else is completed. Now, I really, really like this quote, and I really, really like this philosophy. I like this because I think it really shows in the games, because the first level really builds your expectation of what the rest of the game is going to be like.
Yeah.
It teaches you pretty much everything that you need to know. Like if you think of, I thought of Super Mario 3D World.
Mm-hmm.
I go in there, I get the cat suit, I figure out how stuff moves, what enemies are going to be like, how I move through pipes, how the halfway point stuff works, where all the secrets are. I do that and I understand how the rest of the game is going to work.
Yeah.
Whereas if they had started with that level, I don't know if I would have been, of course it's Mario game. But really, I like this philosophy because it just sets you up in the mindset of, how do I create this level to give them the expectations of the rest of the game?
Yeah. Quote, "I could make Halo. It's not that I couldn't design that game, it's just that I choose not to. One thing about my game design is that I never try to look for what people want and then try to make that game. I always try to create new experiences that are fun to play." So, I've heard this a lot in marketing. Like, you can't just give people what they want. You have to give them what they need that they don't know that they want, and sometimes you have to package it in what they want so that they will get what they need.
I kind of see that, like putting a pill that you need to take in Jell-O or something like that.
Exactly.
Yeah. So Miyamoto is in the Jell-O making business. Essentially. No, I like this. I think if, and obviously I haven't taken marketing or whatever, but like my philosophy has always been, give gamers what they want.
Mm-hmm.
If they don't like it, it's their own fault because they asked for it.
Yeah.
But I really like this philosophy too, and I think it does show through his stuff that he makes what he wants to make.
Yeah. Other companies do give gamers what they want, and Nintendo has something different, something special about them. A lot of it comes from this.
Absolutely, and we love it. A delayed game is eventually good, but a rushed game is forever bad. Now, this is one that I like to talk about a little bit because I think there's some truth to this.
Yeah.
If you come out with a game and rush to meet a deadline and come out with it, then you're going to be missing some things, and we see that in some glitches in games that we have currently.
Mm-hmm.
But the track record with delayed games is so bad. If you look at Mighty Number 9, like expectations, and then the time it came out, like our expectations lowered to where it was like as good as the game. It wasn't better than our expectations. It didn't even meet our expectations when it lowered. So
Nintendo's track record is different, though.
That's very true.
They usually delay games for good reasons.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about Brawl. Brawl was like the longest historically delayed game that Nintendo has done.
Yes.
And that game was overstuffed. Like, think about the stickers and stuff like that, But I like this philosophy. I think it was even truer like 10 years ago. But now, rushed games can be patched. Nintendo isn't big on patching.
No.
Lots lots of other developers do. Day one patches just as a norm, and then lots of patches to follow. You know, it's not forever bad anymore these days.
Right.
But still, your perception at launch and first impressions are very lasting at times with games. Even if they're fixed later, you may have blown it at the beginning if it was rushed. So I'm glad Nintendo doesn't do that very often.
Good job, again.
It isn't about games for me personally, and it never really was. It was about creating something, anything, far bigger than yourself.
Well, there you go. That's him in a nutshell, that he doesn't want to just make something for the sake of making something.
Right.
He wants to make it so that probably that it'll last longer than he ever will.
Yeah. There's a lot more quotes out there. You can let us know what your favorite was, or place another one in the comments as well.
Absolutely. And don't forget to give us a big old thumbs up. Give us a like. It really helps us out, guys. Thank you so much.
Speaking of thanking, we do have over 500 subscribers.
We
so
do.
Thank you
We haven't mentioned
very
it.
much.
You guys are the first 500.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you so much.
You are our founding brothers.
Were you going to say fathers?
Yeah. Thanks for watching. Thanks for being part of the crew of 500, and we'll see you next time.
Signing out.